Greetings. You may call me Zana. I have traveled a great distance to reach this house of rest and meeting. My home is far up in the mountains, where the snow-clad peaks meet the clouds of the azure sky. My skin and hair match the granite color of the stone I hail from, and my green eyes reflect the hue of the ore that sheltered my unborn form. I wear the armor of my tribe, and my head is covered by a skull. The tribe that raised me is small and caring, in their own way, and though Kalomira, the woman who took me in, is no longer among the living, I will always cherish her memory. She took me from the darkness of the mines into the radiance of the wilds. These precious creatures are gifts to the world, and it is my fondest wish to prove to them that Kalomira did not make a mistake in bringing me into their midst. I am happy that my protector has not been around to witness the strife for the past few years. As for how I found myself here, I was tracking a beast near a small village when an old man stopped me on the road and handed me this note. As I watched this well-preserved mail, a small bell rang in my mind, pulling at the strings of my dreams. As I read the note, I knew I had to follow its fate call.
My name is Lyra Kalanis, and I grew up on the east side of the old woods, near one of the cliff's edges on the Cerulean Gulf. I would love to soar the skies and dive its waters. I'd be able to spend days and days there, just enjoying the view and the solitude, forgetting time completely. This is often when my Aunt Celia would come and find me. I don't really know why I like spending my time here, but I keep getting drawn back here, even if I have to pass through the woods and attract unwanted attention. But it's worth it. On the way back through the forest, Aunt Celia would often lecture me about staying away for so long, but I don't really listen anymore. Not really. Because I have to stay vigilant. Because most of the time, when Aunt Celia is with me, they leave me in peace. But you see, whenever I leave my village or my spot at the cliffs, small creatures will appear around me, and they would start making fun of me. Pixie would pull my hair, call me names. Goatlings would gnaw at my dress. Some creatures even tried to make me trip, and the times they succeeded, I could hear laughter all around, as if these creatures were only here to enjoy my misery. My aunt says to ignore them, but this doesn't really help. But my village is a quiet one. Most of the other sirens don't really talk to me, and I'm not really one for conversation, so I'm fine with being left alone. I do, however, enjoy the company of my aunt, especially the time we spend with our cards and trying to discern their meaning, because these cards mean everything to me. They're the only thing I have left of my mother. That's why I consult them every morning. My aunt taught me how to read them, and they have been a great comfort for me during my years. I've always trusted them, and they have never let me down. One day, the cards told me a new path would open up for me, a path that would change my life. And that day, a knock sounded on the door, and the invitation from the oracle was delivered. I knew then I had to go.
Hark, little one, let me tell you a tale long past. No. One more time. Hark, little one, let me tell you a tale long past. No, This is useless. I can't. Not right now. Greetings from the far reaches of the Heartlands. I am Procyon, chief of the Oran nymphs residing near Willowreach village as their guardians. I've spent the last 53 years of my 153 years of existence being a bard and leader to grace all with fame, luck, and prosperity within my territory. There is trickery afoot, however. I am looking for my brethren, but no one seems to remember their existence, nor their feats in protecting our home. The people of the village seem to believe these feats were all done by me alone. I cannot accept this. I was only away for a day, a single day. The traces of their existence haunt me. What happened? Who did this? Why? With the stars fading to dawn, the disappearance was quiet and sudden. I must find them. I must. My precious Orion is also out there, so I have responded to this letter. A traveler on the road handed this to me. For some reason, he knew exactly who I was. This may be the only lead I have.
My name is Kaelin. Still sure of this much. As for anything else, that's a little more complicated. I woke up a couple of weeks ago, washed ashore on an unfamiliar beach. My memory was muddled. I guess it still is. I remember being a soldier of sorts, a scout, in a large war against the natives of Thylia. I remember the large battle and falling into the sea. I assumed I'd simply gotten lucky and washed up after that. So I got up and started walking, looking for people who could tell me more about where I was and what had happened in the war. Imagine my surprise when, as I sauntered into a small town, I saw Thylian natives and non-natives working, talking, and playing together like it was normal. As I asked around, I made a shocking discovery. That war I remembered fighting in had happened over 5 centuries ago. Everything I had known and held dear, my order, my friends, my family, all were long gone. I was left without a people or a purpose. I wandered around for a while, doing odd jobs to scrape by, trying to collect information about the centuries I had missed. In short, I was utterly lost. But I tried to keep hope that I could one day make sense of it all. Then, one day, as I was traveling from town to town, a strange old man handed me a letter, with my name on it, even though I'd been careful with mentioning it. The letter bid me to come to an inn, a sour vintage. I got the feeling this strange invitation could help me get the answers I'd been looking for. So, without hesitation, finally having a purpose again, I started my journey.
At ease. My name is Witten Terrafellow, a battle sorcerer by profession. I am the youngest of 3 sons to noble wine cultivator Nerina Terrafellow. You've probably seen some bottles of Terrafellow wine around Ophelia. I'm told my father was a soldier, but we've never met. If I was to guess, he was of elven persuasion due to the shape of mine and my brother's ears. I lived a perfect life, training, learning and drinking my way around Mitros, not an ounce of the arcane running through my veins. This was until one night where, in a fight with my oldest brother, I accidentally blasted him with a stray bolt of blue flame. He was fine, however for this I was banished from my family's estate for 6 months while I learned to control my gift. I wandered around Ophelia for many weeks, starving and scrimping to stay alive until I arrived at the doorstep of the stepped centaurs. They saw me starving and decided to feed me, and helped me start the process of honing my magical gift. In conjunction with my formal spear training, they helped me become a somewhat competent warrior. They told me that my magic can be traced back to Pythor, god of battle, and a fraction of his blood runs through my veins. I stayed with these good people for 2 years, fully aware I could return home. But I didn't need to, for I had found a new home with the centaurs. But when the oracle called, I was not foolish enough to ignore.
Hello.
Hello.
He's not a
Hi.
twinkle, he's a plonk.
They're still-
Let's not continue that
They
conversation.
are still in the middle of a discussion of a game. Yes. Good afternoon, all. Good day, all. And welcome to the 7th session of Odyssey of the Dragonlords already. Last time, the group decided to travel towards Estoria, where they did not arrive yet. They ended up in a farm where a few oxen were bought by a group of soldiers who had orders to take them to Estoria. Unfortunately, the farmer needed the oxen to at least provide for his family and make sure to have enough food. So the group bought back one of them, stayed the night, and the next morning went to Estoria. At least they traveled towards Estoria when they were encountered by a small group of goatlings. And they decided to go back to the farm to see if everything was alright. And that's where they currently are. Let's put them back towards the farm.
Right, goatlings.
Basically, everyone except Witten are like goatlings.
Yeah.
Witten has a working relationship with golems.
Yeah, you
Lyra
were
just-
unconscious and they were rolling you away.
Kalen is more like, so are we going after them or not? And everyone's like, yes. Okay.
So you all ended up back in the farm, standing over there. What are you doing? Because the goatlings are not traveling straight through the road of the farm. They are traveling the sides further south.
Keep an eye on these nasty goatlings, because
Yeah, I think our
weren't they
goal was,
attacking me?
Yeah,
Last
our
time?
goal.
They
Or-
there was one of them who threw a sling. He would use his
Oh.
sling towards you, but he missed.
I think-
And after that, he just ran on.
I think Kalen was going to try and grapple that one, so we could have someone to ask what the fuck's going on. I think that's what we ended on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could run faster than the others, right? Yeah.
I
Because you are-
have the I have cutting action.
Yeah, so you can go 90 feet every round instead of 60.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, you can. So let's use this road as area. You can choose to try to grapple him.
That's not a very good thing that I should try, but I am going to try it.
You wanted to grapple him.
Yeah. Or shove him to the ground, but that's the same check.
Yes.
My athletics. Oh, this is so good at that.
Not 20, come on.
We can do this. You can do this. Yeah.
Yeah, Zana just want to
No.
make sure that
No,
the
let's see.
people
Now
gave us shelter or fine.
Maybe he's
so.
worse.
it's still possible that they do worse than you do, but he can
Possible,
roll an
but
athletics
unlikely.
an acrobatics against it. So let's see.
Well, that's
No.
slightly better.
It
a
looks
little
like it's
Yeah,
slightly
just a
better,
little bit.
yes. So that's
Oh no.
I guess that's not gonna work.
No, I'm double checking something that I could do, but I think that's only something that I'm already proficient in.
Can't we
Yes.
just, as long as Kalen is determined to go after it, can we like help him once we get close enough, or that it's like a sort of scene where we can do stuff to capture one? Else it just be like roll and repeat.
This one is the only one who stayed back a bit. The others are running quickly further south.
You can try and catch up, because if they want to run away from me without an attack of opportunity, they'll have to disengage.
It's only this one who is close enough to you, because this one did not use an entire entire turn to run away, but uses action to use a sling.
Then I guess the rest of us are just going to have to keep running after them. Because the only thing we're really concerned about is if they're going to do anything to the farmers or not. If they run past them, I don't think we'll have to take issue.
Well,
Yeah.
I do want to know what they're planning, because every single time I see them, they're up to no good. And at this point, she just wants to tackle one of those goatlings because she's just had it with them.
Zana would take her quarterstaff that she's using as a walking staff most of the time, and if I can, she would join Kalen and try to knock the goatling out with it. She's not using the bow because, you know.
Yes, that would kill,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
You need bludgeoning damage to
Yeah.
If
So
you
she's going
if you hit hard enough, you kill him anyway.
Yeah. But she's gonna try to just knock him out.
And that's possible, yes.
So let's see if I can do that. So yeah, she's gonna wrong way. She's gonna run up next to Kalen and try to hit this goatlin over the head with the quarterstaff. So let's see if I can do that. That's a no.
That's a miss. That's a
Hey,
miss.
no.
That's not gonna hit. They do not have
No.
a high armor class, but it's higher than 3, yes.
Nat 1 is
Yeah.
always a miss.
It's always a miss, yes. Be
Can,
lucky you're using your quarterstaff now, not your bow, because that would be...
Yeah, I was about to ask, do I need to roll anything to not hit
No,
Kalen with it?
No. It's only on... I only use that on ranged attacks.
Okay.
Okay. Can Lyra try to like fly and grapple him, just like crash down, basically?
That's possible, yes. Same check.
All right. Athletics. Well, it's a little better.
Yeah.
It still can fail, and it does not.
Yeah.
It jumps aside.
Sad.
You crash into the ground.
Well, I'll probably land
Ow.
here somewhere on my back.
Yeah.
That little goatling's just fucking slippery. I mean, sorry.
Why can't we handle a simple goatling?
Oh, they gave us a problem last time as well. So.
It's good you
w-
say that yourself.
Clinton will just be like watching on as Kaelin, Zana, and Lyra go after the Scoutling, and like he's got his wineskin in one hand, just like
Procion's running forward because he's not gonna be wasting his time trying to catch one goatling when the rest of them are running. So Procion's just moving
Yeah.
forward to figure out where the other goatlings are going.
They just keep running. They are running full speed, as much as I can, as fast as they can.
Procion's tracking them.
Okay.
At least.
So if people still want to catch a goatling, they can try.
Yes, please.
Yes.
I don't know. Do we need to do some form of initiative, or we just keep
Yeah,
saying?
you can do initiative now.
Dana is more concerned with if they're going to hurt the farmers or not.
that seems about right.
Yeah, that's why Procyon is running after them.
Well, they've already passed the farm.
No, not
Yeah.
yet. Actually, not
Oh,
yet,
not
because
yet. Okay.
it's still the farm is quite a long way away. You've been walking for 15 minutes or something. Before it was its turn.
Damn it! It's not letting me put it on the order again.
I'll add it if you. I'll add it for you.
Likewise.
A lot of 12s.
Or 21, like the other way
Yes.
around.
I got this.
And you're half, so that's also good.
Witten.
How do we decide what 12? Oh, I think Kalen's 12 goes first because they got a +3.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got a +2, so yeah.
I also have a +2, so
Rollies.
we'll just have to decide who goes
Rollies.
first. So Lyra, I would think you should go first.
I don't mind. She's frustrated.
Like that then. So that's the order.
Yeah.
Donna over here with a 21.
I mean, it makes up for my poor stealth checks, you know.
You can try to
Yeah.
grapple him again. If you want. Or at least knock him out. You wanted to knock him out, right?
Yeah, she would be more comfortable with that because she's not very strong. So holding on to a struggling goat man is not something she's comfortable with because she would probably drop him.
Then go ahead and try to knock him out.
Yeah, she's going to once again lift the quarterstaff and aim for the head. No.
No,
Oh,
it's not
dear.
gonna hit. Sorry.
She gets the horns though.
Why?
But it's like, whoop, okay. Yeah, she's still wearing her backpack. I'm gonna blame that.
Okay.
My
Doesn't have
goodness.
full range of movement.
Kaelin.
I kind of look at what everyone else wants to do. I guess I can try. Yeah, my hands are empty. What is the range of the other goatlings?
They kept running.
Yeah, but how far?
60 feet around, so it's they are about 90 feet ahead of you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try one more athletics check, I guess. It's not gonna help, but we can always hope. Hey!
He's
That's
17. This one
That's a good
certainly can fail. It does. Oh, let go! Let go!
Someone tie him up.
I gave away my rope, so I can't.
Lyra.
Maybe grip him or something.
Yeah, Lyra has rope, and she begins to tie this goat, and just while she does it, she's just like, I don't know why you keep bothering us, and now we're gonna bother you with what you're gonna do, and you're gonna tell us while we are basically while she's tying him up.
Roll a sleight of hand to see how well you're managing to tie him up while he is struggling against it.
Can I guide myself?
Hmm?
Can I guide myself?
Yes, because this is an active action.
Would it help if Zana
Yeah.
did something?
And
Zana
again,
could help, yes, with reaction. So,
Yeah. Could she just put the quarterstaff like against the goatling's throat?
yeah,
Just hold it
yeah,
in
something
place?
like that. Yeah.
So 14.
So 14,
Yes.
you managed to bind it with 14 points. Yes.
and she's just standing there very angry looking at the goatling, but she knows the rest of them are better at convincing him to talk, so she'll just stand there angrily. With the end of the line still in her hand, like just poking every time she's annoyed at what he says.
Okay.
Zana's still gonna keep the grip, so it doesn't try to struggle away.
Do you still want the a turn order, or shall I delete it?
No, I still want the turn order because Procyon's still running forward after the other goatlings.
And they just keep running. So, are you gonna follow them the entire way back to the farm?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know how far forward you want me to go.
Doesn't really matter for now.
Okay. I'll put him right in front of the farm then.
Yeah.
Zana looks up at the others and just... I do not know how persuasive you are. I can be persuasive if I want to. I would ask some questions before this one tries to run away again.
What is Witten doing?
I imagine Witten is running alongside Procyon because he was concerned about the farm, but he's full like wine on. He's got his wine skin as he's running.
Okay. Okay.
So dash action, I guess.
Yes, you need the dash action to keep up with the goatlings.
Yep.
So what's gonna happen to this captured goatling?
Drag him along, I guess.
We first ask him what they're doing.
That's none of your business.
I think it is.
Why?
We are going that way, so we would like to know if there's a danger ahead.
No, that's not. At least not for you,
Right.
probably. Or everywhere is danger, that's possible as well. With a face like yours, there's always danger.
I'm going to take that as a compliment.
You could. It would be the wrong decision, but okay.
Now, question. Is this a humanoid?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, Zana would probably try to charm it. But yeah.
But I will at least chuck again at the rope while he insulted Zana.
Oi! What are you doing?
Be rude!
Rude?
It's not... Yes, you're
You know
rude.
what's rude?
Tying up a goatling without any reason why?
Yes!
Thought so.
Well, we have a reason.
And that is?
No.
What is it?
We want to know
I'm
what
not there.
lies ahead.
You want to know what lies ahead? Ahead for us or ahead for you?
For us. We are
Probably
going
a lot of death.
direction.
Okay,
Well, that's charming.
Let me just cut this short. Kaelin will materialize a knife out of thin air
Oh, that's a nice trick. Could you teach me that?
and hold it at the neck of the goatling.
Bit higher. You're not shaving me, are you?
Do it.
So,
Just shave him. That'll teach him.
apologies, I guess, for taking you captive, but last time we encountered a bunch of goatlings, they were very rude and very annoying. Are you going to try and wreak havoc at the farms?
No.
And where are you going to try and wreak havoc?
We're not gonna try and wreak havoc.
Then where are you going in such a rush?
Can't we just run?
No.
Why do you have to go somewhere? Where are you going?
Towards death.
Yes, indeed.
That's what
Hey,
you said.
Yes.
Why
Well,
did you shoot at my friend here?
She followed us.
So did
That's-
I, and you
that's-
didn't shoot me.
You weren't close enough.
That sling has a range, you could have hit me.
I can hit you now if you want.
I doubt it.
She's standing behind him. He could probably headbutt her with those horns,
Yes.
but...
Previous goatlings we met said something about a mister or a master, mistress.
What about it?
You have one
Well,
as well?
Doesn't any?
Well,
Sorry?
no. You can be a free goatling if you want to be.
A free? What's the fun in that?
You can do whatever you want instead of listening to what you have to do constantly.
You don't want
It's
me to
nice.
do whatever I want to do.
Well, it's better than what your master is telling you to do.
You sure?
Maybe.
What is
Maybe.
your master telling you to do?
Go run.
And
And what?
anything else?
We had to come running.
Oh, you are going to her at high speed.
Yes. Aren't you?
She summoned. Ah, so... Well, no, we were going the other way, remember?
Yeah?
So no, we're not going to your mistress.
No, but yours.
Well, I don't really have
don't
one,
have
but-
one.
You don't have one? That's
No.
boring.
No, that's what freedom is all about.
So are we keeping this idiot captive or are we killing it?
Maybe he could get a message to, you know, his mistress.
Do
Well-
we even know who the
That's not a
mistress
bad
is?
idea.
What kind of message?
I am quickly checking if we know about the mistress. I think it was said that it was Lutheria.
Yes, it was.
It
It was
was
said
said.
that it was at the end when the goatlings were talking about her when we were getting
Yeah.
written back.
How about we tell him that his mistress can try what she wants, but she won't succeed because we know what we have to do to stop her.
Sana is going to lean down very close to the goatling's ear.
Close to his
And then-
horns, okay, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lyra is holding him very tightly so he can't headbutt her.
Still
Yeah.
a knife on his neck.
Yeah. Kalen has a knife on his neck, and Sana still has the quarterstaff against his throat. So, but she's going to lean down and basically put her the skull cap next to his horns, and then whisper in his ear, "You can tell your mistress that the island will be freed." And then she's just gonna step back and remove the staff.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
You heard me, goatling.
Ah.
I could carve it in your skin if you'd prefer.
Would I be able to deliver the message then?
Yes, I'm very good with a knife.
Are you? Oh, good to know.
Goatlings.
I think this one has only one use left to us.
Lyra is going to cast a message towards Sana
Mhm.
and step away a little, but still holding the rope so the goatling won't hear her whisper. Maybe we could let him go and just follow. Because if he will lead us to Lutheria, we at least know where she is.
Zana thinks for a moment, and even if we knew where she is, we are not in a position to take her on.
But it is information, I thought, maybe.
Lutheria would crush us.
That's probably true. Then maybe we shouldn't let him go, because we said a lot of things that Lutheria might not like.
Lutheria already hates us after the boar thing.
So does Kalen see Lyra casting spells the entire time?
No, she's
Message.
just doing it once.
But
And
message
then-
is only one sentence and one response.
Yeah, but that
Okay.
was just the beginning, and once she
Okay.
realized, it was just like normal talk again.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
So
is
we're letting this one go.
He's a messenger. Whatever Lutheria does to him is not of our concern.
Well, cut off some of his hair.
Oh,
I mean, he didn't like the idea of being shaven, so maybe we could like make him bald and then let him go.
bald?
No.
How much
No.
work do you want to put in me? Have you
Just a bit
seen
of
me?
hair.
Have you seen me?
Yes.
I'm quite hairy.
Yeah, I mean, basically your face, just like on the places it's very well seen.
I have seen this one funny cut on a cat once. It had been bitten on the head, so they shaved the area between its ears.
I have a
Ooh.
question.
Yes.
So, while this whole process of them bickering with the Goatling is happening, Witten and Procyon are having leg day.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
funny after these
Bye.
goats. What is happening? What is
Yeah.
happening in that situation?
So
Have we passed by the
you're now
farm
close to
yet?
you're close to the farm, and it is clear that the goatlings are not turning back towards the road. They keep running over the through the fields, and they at this moment they do not seem to be very interested in the farm.
Right. Since they're not passing by the farm, Procyon's gonna start lagging a bit behind. Since he's super tired, as he's like, "Do you really think we should continue running?"
Witten will just like Witten too has a terrible constitution, so it's like yeah, yes, we should stop running. Coughing up wine.
Yeah, I guess the two of them are gonna be sitting near.
Let's
Okay.
just sit. Let's just sit. Let's have a drink of wine, and then we'll make our way back in our own time. Okay? We'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Procyon and Whitner are sitting having a drink, and then eventually they're gonna sluggishly walk.
Okay. Um. So you're gonna take about 10 minutes still to get back towards the others, and the others are still discussing what to do with this goatling.
Kalen just cut off some hair, then
Hey.
nods to Lyra like, yeah, let him go. I mean, if we need to track him down, we've got something of his.
Sounds good.
Don't know
I
why you
mean,
need.
I think. Can you give me your knife, Kalen? I kind of want to make like a shape that, like in his hair, just to make it sure that he remembers us.
I cannot
Lyra.
give you this knife.
A knife?
yeah,
I
here,
don't-
have a dagger.
Lyra, I don't believe touching that thing so constantly could be good for you.
Well, they touch me a lot as well. Now it's the other way around.
Welcome back.
And she'll try to like put a smiley face or something very badly in his fur.
You will all see, by the
Okay.
way, just a obviously magical summoned blade in Kalen's hand.
Where do you put this smiley
We're just
face?
bullying him.
I wanted to do it on his cheek, basically.
On his cheek. Okay. Okay.
Witten will just like turn to Procyon and say, "How they shaving a goatling?"
Yes, I do. I do believe it's rather dirty, which is why I try to avoid Lyra. But I assume she's just so angry right now.
Is this normal for semi-mortals to shave goatlings for entertainment?
Well, not that I know of. At least I would think that would be a very dirty practice.
I
Hmm.
believe she is making a point, or exercising some anger.
This isn't a point. This is a smiley, probably.
This is
All right,
revenge.
I'm done, and this felt good. I'm gonna wash my hands, and then she's just gonna look for a bucket or a well or something with water in it.
Currently not anything in sight.
Just untie the goatling. Off you go.
If I knew prestidigitation, I'd help, but I don't.
She'll just get a water skin out and start.
I don't have any cantrips at all. Because
Okay.
danger.
So it runs off to the south, behind his friends.
Kalen will put a knot in the hair that he got and just put it away somewhere in case we ever need to track him.
Okay. So you.
Yeah.
So I get.
Roshan, Witten, you two look tired.
Well,
Uh,
the
sorry,
good
go on.
thing is that well, the good thing is that they did not go for the farms. They ran right past them.
No, it seems Lutheria summoned them to come as quickly as possible. So,
That does make sense, but albeit concerning. What exactly does she want to say that makes them come running?
yes, they don't know yet, so maybe we can find out after they've visited and look up this smile goatling.
Maybe.
Meanwhile, I would be very curious as to see what is going on further up ahead. Can't
Yes,
be
of course.
that important to at least Lutheria if she's calling the goatlings away from it.
The goatlings did say that death is waiting for us ahead, but I think that was more a general thing than actually ahead.
What did Witten want to say, though?
I can't remember.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. No,
Very in character.
no, it wasn't. That's just me.
But Kaylin, that was a nice trick you did with your the other dagger you had.
Oh yeah, no, my memories are coming back and this trick I learned.
Nice. How does it work?
It's difficult to explain.
Looks cool though.
I
Magic.
use not exactly. It's more a manifestation of willpower.
That
Lucio now looks very confused because magic is usually the catch-all for him.
Now I can just yeet the dagger at a tree, and as soon as it lands, it vanishes.
oh,
That's handy.
where is it now?
Holds up his hand, and it appears again.
Oh,
Oh, that's
very
a really
fancy.
neat trick.
I'm still puzzling out how it works again. Like memories are filtering back in. It's strange.
I hope it's like most good memories, because it did sound a little less good the last time.
Let's continue, shall we?
So you
Okay.
walk. You continue walking the road. More and more people join you on their way towards Estoria. and after about an hour, 1.5, you get to a big city where you enter at the bottom.
Yep.
I will not put your tokens there.
Yay.
Um,
So,
you are standing at the south gate at the moment.
was that a hint that we should place our own tokens there?
No,
Okay.
no, you don't have to because it's a bigger city. It's a city. It's too big to have all your tokens on it,
All right.
and I do not have a group token for you.
Okay.
Not yet, at least. I might make one.
And this city was built after the war, right?
Yes, it was a very small settlement during the war, because it's on a key location in the heartlands. But the city itself grew out to a city after the war. But they do not have a lot of space to build because of rock formations and stuff. So it's not a very big city.
Yeah, that's just like last time I was here. There's just like 2 stables.
Well, it's
too
not a few
popular.
stables anymore.
You can clearly see that Zana is uncomfortable. She does not like this at all.
Procyon, if he could have stars in his eyes, which he probably does, he does.
He's sparkling.
Oh yes, he's super excited upon seeing this new town, being as he's never been here before, and he loves being around people. So
I imagine in his younger days, I think Witten might have come here with his old family. And you all see Witten is definitely more at ease here. He's definitely a city boy. So Witten is gonna quickly sneak off and find a general store or a basically just he wants wine. He wants city wine. He doesn't want town wine.
That's all okay to want wine, but as soon as you enter the city, there's a small group of soldiers coming towards you.
Great.
You are currently still accompanied by Kyra. And the guards definitely come straight towards you, saying, "A good morning to you all. We would like to invite you for a meeting with the king."
Why?
Sion's gonna look over at Kyra.
Yeah.
Is
Zana's
this
like,
how this normally works?
Zana looks to Kyra, to the guards, back to Kyra, and then to the guards. And
Is this
a question, if you do not mind.
Oh,
Why on earth would... Oh, my bad. Why on this green plane of ours would the king want to speak with nobodies like us?
nobodies. You
Yes.
are the heroes of the Heartlands, right?
Yes.
That
That title.
My friend has so much humility, you see.
Yeah, you see her face just go like, nope, don't want to remember that part. I got killed by a boar.
We should
Okay.
work on a different name. I think
It
that
also
would
makes
be-
me realize that, like, Kyra watched as you guys terrorized a goat line.
Yes.
Yes, he did. Yes,
He's just filing her nails.
he's.
Like, yeah.
She was smiling at it as well. So okay.
Is she a freak?
Kyra is currently smiling as well. looking very proud at you.
Witten will speak up and say, Witten Terrafellow, does the king have wine?
Of course he has, yes.
In.
Very good
when
wine,
do we
it
need
seems.
to be there? Is there a dress code?
No, you can. He's very willing to meet you as soon as possible.
Right.
Well, we were here to speak with the king.
This is
Right.
true.
Then please follow
Very
us.
convenient.
And
Right.
the guards turn around and they walk through this alley.
Yep.
Oh,
Zana is even
towards-
more on edge.
This
Same.
side. This side. Going up the stairs. Through the palace gates, and they will enter this building.
I can't see any of that. Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. Yes,
that
I do.
that building they enter. Yes.
Zana is very much on edge. She's like, no.
Lyra is trying to stay in between the group, like being as small as possible. Her wings basically clutched around her and just like, I'm not here, I'm not here.
Poor Lyra.
Kalen is, I think, the most normal looking of the group, so he just blends in with the crowds.
Okay.
Witten and Procyon aren't even bothering.
We're just here to look good.
Yes.
I see. I forgot to put on Kyra on this map. I'm gonna put you on in a very short moment.
Uh-oh.
Let me put you. So the guards lead you into the palace and directly towards a room where Pytor is sitting on a throne at the end, holding a what is it?
Scepter?
A big a no a large glass.
Oh, goblet?
No, even bigger than the goblet actually.
Chalice?
Probably something like that. Yes. Full of ale. It's only half full, and a tankard or something. Yeah. Only half full, and he's definitely not in his. Doesn't have his full attention.
He'd Kronk.
That's a lot of ale. Whew.
Legend.
He must need it then.
Witten aspires to be this man.
Well, you would meet your family very soon, so good luck.
Kyra is immediately walking up to towards Pytor.
He'll walk up like he owns the place, as he does.
Oh,
looking at Pytor, Kyra puts her hands on the tankard and suddenly janks it out of his hands.
no.
Boy.
Pytor,
What are you doing?
Normal interaction for a mortal to have with a god.
We
Yes.
all know.
Yeah, we all-
Pytor looks very annoyed about it. But Kyra stands over him. Even though would Pytor stand up, he's certainly a lot taller than Kyra. I think you had enough. And Pytor certainly is not of the same. Certainly does not have the same idea. and shouts he
is
can do
horrified.
whatever he wants. What are you doing?
Hiding
Zana?
behind the
Yeah.
pillar.
Okay.
Just like a
Procyon is
sibling
horrified.
thing.
Yeah, Procyon's by Witten's stuff.
Just strutting up.
Oh no. Yeah, Witten's. Procyon's behind Witten. He feels like somehow he needs to mitigate this if Witten does something, but otherwise he's just like, oh my god, what is happening?
Aelin is gonna kind of walk up or walk behind that and just ask Procyon, "You have a sibling. Is this sibling behavior? It feels like sibling behavior."
It definitely is not normal, considering that Pylo is a god, and she's supposed to be immortal. It is extremely strange and extremely rude.
Zana is. She takes a few steps up between the first pillars, takes off the skull cap, and then basically tries to straighten out her hair. It's a little bit wild, and basically pats herself down and waits, standing at attention, just looking straight ahead. I don't think the group would have ever seen her like this, but she's basically every inch of her is showing her Amazon training. She's just waiting there to be called.
I have a question. Why did my health bar change?
Did it?
Yeah, it went from 24 to 10.
Yeah, same.
Mine's been 10 the entire time.
Wait up. Let me
normal
check.
for you.
Let me check.
I changed mine by just dealing yourself some damage and healing again on D&D Beyond. Might not been connected right.
Okay.
I don't know. It should be.
Mine is 18 again now.
Yeah, mine is still 20.
I'm back at 28. Yeah.
I mean, I'm on D&D Beyond right now, and I have it open. So why is it at 10?
Yeah, just if you heal hurt yourself and then heal yourself, it updates.
It links again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that, and then I'll heal. Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay, I no clue. I don't know why Witten still has.
It's okay, I'm baby, I know it.
I don't, have you done the damage and heal?
Yeah.
No, it's.
I'm surprised that Zana's the one that died in that situation when you have the smallest amount of health.
Yeah. But she also tried to tank a giant boar. So.
Yes, and it was level 1, so it's been a while. So it's.
Well, to be fair, she ran out of movement. It couldn't move any further back.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, Pytor is sitting still sitting on the throne, although he seems to be trying to stand up. He doesn't seem to have noticed you yet. Seeing he just lost his tankard of ale.
I guess my soldier training will also kick in, walk forward. Salute. Greetings. Oh great, Pythor, god of battle, son of Mithras and Vulcan.
Wait, and we'll step back the Procyon again. Ah, okay, that's who this is. Okay, cool.
Procyon blinks a bit, and he's like, "Yes, of course this is who this is. He's sitting on a throne." Procyon's then going to bow, and he says, "Your Majesty."
Pythor looks around at you. Now he seems to notice you. And then he turns to Kyra. Who have you brought me now this time? What is this? And Kyra mentions these are the heroes of the Heartlands. Oh, heroes! You can help me.
Well, we killed a boar.
But you can help me, right?
That greatly depends
He's
on the
not being
help you
sarcastic.
need.
My little girl, Sidon has asked her for her life. I don't know what to do with it.
May I suggest not giving it? And she ducks back behind the pole.
What would you like us to do, Your Majesty?
Anything, just save her. I don't know.
All right. We can do our best to do such a thing, but we do need more information, like where they might be, or where was the last time you saw your daughter.
What do you mean?
Well, depending on the situation of how she disappeared and how she was taken, we might be having hints of where she might currently be.
She's currently in my dungeon. I guess.
I suppose she is not yet missing. It is just that Sidon has asked for her.
I see. Then I guess you're asking us to contact Sidon?
Or we could hide her away
Make some other
somewhere.
deal with him?
No. Just, I don't know.
How about if we take her with us for a little bit and just hide her somewhere that you don't know where she is, and then you can just tell Sidon that you can't give her because she's not here.
And he sits down on the ground, crying.
Vibe.
Oh.
Oh
no.
Okay, I'll shut up now.
When we'll go like full what's left of his wineskin out and just like place it near him and says, "Here you go, buddy."
Yeah, Procyon is going to say, please, Your Majesty, don't. Okay, well, I think I may have an idea. So, do we know why Sidon might want your daughter? If we do know that, we may be able to give him a better deal.
Why do you think he wants my daughter? She's my daughter!
To eat her?
No, he just wants to annoy me.
Oh, well,
Sir,
we could create a plan that would make him think it would annoy you when it really wouldn't. But I guess that would come up with your acting skills.
What do you mean?
We could create if his only goal is to make you inconvenienced or upset, then if you had the proper, I should say, forewarning about certain situations, then you could act upset when you really weren't, and his goal will be accomplished, and you won't have to lose your daughter.
That won't work. Not anymore.
Sir, why don't you tell us from the beginning what happened? How this came to be?
Kyra in the meantime is pulling Pythor up again and placing him back on the throne. And she sits down next to him. It all started a few days ago when that priest of Sidon came in and demanded my daughter to be sacrificed to Sidon. And if I would not let them sacrifice my daughter, they would destroy Estoria. And there's nothing I can do about it.
At this point, Zana is taking a step forward, and like, if this was an anime, you would see that star on her forehead, like I am annoyed, and she will slowly walk forward towards the throne, like measured steps, until she comes standing between Witten and Kalen, and looking up at Pythor. With all due respect, Your Majesty, are you not a god?
Of war?
What about it?
You, sir, are the god of war.
Yes?
And you're sitting here, crying like a babe who lost their mother.
Sana, I don't think this is something we should be saying right now. Procyon is whispering very urgently to her.
Meanwhile, Kalen is looking very approvingly, like, yes, Zan, I get him.
What about it?
Witten Z snaps.
As you can probably tell by my attire, I am of the Amazon tribes. We have recently had an upset, shall I say. And do you think I sit around and wait for someone to solve our problems? I, a mortal.
We're not mortals. You and I are not mortals.
Compared to the gods, we are nothing.
There's nothing I can do. I cannot deny him if he demands it.
Why is that the case, Your Majesty?
The oath.
Only asks for animal sacrifices, right?
No, by words, no, it does not.
What was the exact words of the oath?
I cannot speak them.
Are they written somewhere?
No. Yes, but not anymore, probably. Maybe Mom has them.
Thylia?
No, Mitros.
Oh.
And he looks at Kyra, who is nodding.
Maybe if is there a certain time frame when your daughter should be sacrificed? Maybe we can find if this is documented and find a loophole.
In 3 days.
Right.
What would happen if your daughter would run away and you couldn't find her? Would that still count as they attack Estoria?
Probably. Sidon has been looking for a way to take revenge on us or something for everything that has happened.
Titans are fickle beings, it would seem.
Yes, they are, I would guess. So I think it may be the best option to go to Mithros and ask for the written documents if there is some. Maybe find a loophole so your daughter does not need to die.
Mithros is not here anymore. She's been gone for a long time already.
I believe Procyon was talking about Mitros the city.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. No, I meant with our mother, and she is not in Mitros.
I see.
She's called Mitros. City is named after her.
Yeah, Zana is getting that calculating look on her face again, and do these sacrifices always come through the priest, or is it Sidon that calls on them?
Often they are converted by the priest, but it is Sidon who calls for them.
Now, why would Sidon need a priest to speak for him? You are on equal standing, are you not?
Yes.
Feels
Are
a
you
bit petty to send a priest.
Are you sure this is Are you sure this is Sidon's doing and not just the priest?
No, this is Sidon's doing. For sure.
I
Actually,
may have another idea, but it also may anger Sidon a lot more. And I do believe maybe Zana had a similar idea where we kill the priest, or maybe make the priest pick somebody else, or something else, but ultimately probably an animal.
you could talk to the priest if you want.
If it turned out to be just the priest calling on it, I do not see a reason for that man to live. If it is in fact Sidon himself calling for it, talking down a Titan will be difficult.
Yes, but we may need to try. We can't let His Majesty's daughter simply die for that
No,
man's enjoyment.
You,
absolutely.
you said this was some sort of revenge. What is it you did?
I took a
Sorry.
bit of a power.
Like, Kalen laughs a bit at that as well, because Kalen knows a bit.
Didn't hear what he said, sir.
I took a bit of his power.
Is that it? Okay.
Like recently? Or
No,
in the war?
a bit more than 500 years ago.
They fought with the first settlers in the first war
So
against the Titans.
yes, so he's simply petty.
Can't we just stop Sidon from trying to attack Astoria? Like mount
he is a
defenses
god,
and yeah, but then I mean, I think His Majesty would know some other gods, and maybe we could stand against him and show him that whatever he's doing now just isn't agreed upon by the the gods
There
and
are
mortals alike.
there are rules set for this. If we are not giving him what he wants as a sacrifice, he can punish us.
DM, how much would Kalen know about the Oath of Peace?
Probably not a lot.
No. The party, then?
You can roll a. If you have a certain question, you can ask it and roll a history for it.
Alright, I'm gonna roll history then, and
First, ask the question and then roll the history.
right, okay.
What were the terms of the oath exactly? And when is it ending?
I think we
You
all know when it's ending. It's ending like
Yeah,
soon.
it's not public knowledge that it will end soon.
Yeah, exactly. So that's difference between player knowledge and character.
Yeah. So you can roll a history for it. Procyon also wanted to know some things about the Oath of Peace.
It was more about his daughter that I was going to ask.
Okay, that's possible as well, but that's not specifically a history check.
Right. Because his daughter would be a demigod, right? You know, she would have the blood of a
Yes.
god in her veins.
Yes.
Right. Which would mean she would also be able to fight with us. So do we know what kind of class she is? I guess that's what he would be asking.
Okay. Let's first let me answer the cadence questions. What you know is that the Oath of Peace is basically a let's stop fighting thing. It will probably last around 500 years. And you heard that there was a war coming soon from the Oracle.
Yeah.
So you know that's probably gonna end soon, seeing it's been 500 years ago that that the Oath of Peace has been set. So Oath of Peace is probably coming to an end quite soon. Other than that, there is a chapter in it, in the Oath of Peace, a clausule about sacrifices. Every day, a sacrifice must be given to Sidon and Lutheria by all villages.
Does it say anything about revenge? That is not allowed.
Not that you know.
Okay.
But it's not, the Oath of Peace is not a well-known, a very well-known a piece of writing.
No.
So you do not know the specifics about what's going on.
Okay.
If
Lyra is
if Procyon is asking about his daughter, then Kyra will answer that she is just a princess who is very well handling the entire. I hopefully once become a queen.
So is she a regular civilian then, or does she have a class?
She does not have a class.
Right.
But she is very much loved by the people. And you have heard stories about her, which are overall very positive.
more the diplomat than the actual
Yes.
adventuring type.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
If Lyra thinks back on what she knows about the gods and the titans, what would their the standing be between them? And if there would be a war, would there be a clear victor, or would there be would it be like is one side more powerful than the other?
Hard to say, you don't know.
We could try and find a way to contact Mithros.
Does anybody know how?
Procyon's gonna probably say out loud. And okay, but does anyone else want to ask any other questions? Because I can do that afterwards. No.
No.
It stays
Okay.
quiet.
Then Procyon's probably going to say, is there any way that we could contact your mother, Mithros?
Probably. If maybe. But that would probably be in the Temple of the Five Gods in Mithras.
Oh, well, it looks like that we might have to go to Mithros.
But you
How
won't be
far
back in
away?
time, for sure. It's about
Yeah.
2 days trip to get to Mitros, and then it's already too late.
Hmm. Then we might have to build the town's defenses and fight against whatever may come forward. Is there a temple to the gods here that we might be able to go to?
A small one, but not the main temple is in Mitros.
We can try our best here. If she doesn't respond, we might have to build our defenses here and fight against whatever
I
side on wings.
I don't like doing this, but I feel like someone has to. If we indeed don't bring this daughter out, there'll be quite a lot of casualties, probably. Not just us.
This is
There'll be
true.
soldiers dying. There'll be civilians dying. Is that really worth the life of one demigod?
Well, wasn't there a war coming anyways?
True.
That does not mean that we should willingly sacrifice people's lives. Kellen is correct. But
What if we
at the same,
evacuate?
we could evacuate. We could ask the soldiers personally if they would want to protect their city of Mithros and their princess,
Estoria.
but that would also create unrest. Then again, it would create unrest regardless if an army from Sidon came to fight anyway. It would probably be best to speak with all of them,
Well,
see what they would like to do with their lives.
let's talk with the priest first. He might have more information.
Yes, let us do that first.
Once again, Zanna will take a small step forward, look up at Pythor and Your Majesty.
Hmm.
For these sacrifices, do Sidon personally preside over them?
No.
Has he ever presided over a sacrifice?
No. Not that I know of.
So if we could convince the one who would preside over it that it happened, maybe that would be enough.
No. If a sacrifice is made, we know that it's made to us.
I
So if the sacrifice is not made, we know. So Sidon, if we do not sacrifice my daughter to him, he will know.
I have
So
an
he's
idea.
able to tell the differences between sacrifices. Like if
Yes.
somebody does die, they will be able to tell exactly who they are.
Yes.
I have an idea, but it would require a lot of a cooperation, and if this is successful, a lot of silence from everyone involved. I am not sure how much my companions heard of what we learned in the Temple of the Oracle, where we just came from, but I would appreciate it if what I'm about to say does not leave these walls.
I will not speak outside of this.
Of course, Anna.
Good at keeping secrets.
I'll probably forget it.
Fair. Very
Uh,
fair.
Majesty, as you can probably tell, I am a nymph, Oread to be exact,
Mm.
and I was raised by the Amazons. I am
Yes.
here as a representative of those who are still loyal to you and the other gods.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I recently learned that while I have always believed that Thalia is my mother, as I was born from the stone and jewels she produces, it appears that Sidon is my father.
Mm-hmm.
I recently learned this, and perhaps we can leverage this to talk to him.
Worth a shot.
Yes, especially when we're going to interrogate the priest.
Mm.
Yes.
It might.
It does, however, Majesty, and I do say this with the greatest respect, require you to be coherent.
Ooh.
Um, what do you want from me then?
Sobriety, to start with, and possibly, and she clears her throat, armor and a weapon would be preferable.
Maybe take a bath.
Procyon can't help but chuckle a little bit at.
Pythor is currently completely focused on Zana. Seeing she is giving him options to save his daughter.
Kaelin Witten could probably tell that Sana is shaking. She just insulted a god several times.
Procyon's behind Zana, so he can completely tell.
He can tell as well, but she's like trembling.
And he says anything for my girl.
Caitlin only now realizes. Oh, right, they didn't fight alongside him. Right.
Procyon is going to poke his head from beside Zana's shoulder as he's going to say, "Where is that priest right now?"
He's in the palace. He has some rooms for him and his
Rooms plural.
for him and his captains.
Right. After we do get our new equipment as you have commanded, we can go and see that priest as soon as possible. I do think time is of the essence to save your daughter.
Yes, probably.
You see a smile break out on Zana's face. She's still trembling. She's still absolutely terrified of what she just did. But there's a mischievous smile on her face. And
Yeah, Procyon has his hand on her shoulder.
Yeah.
What is it you want exactly?
I do have an idea with how to deal with the priest as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that would require, and I cannot believe I am asking this, do you have a dress fit for a princess that I could wear?
Oh.
He looks a bit better at you. I don't know, maybe.
Well, I could at least pretend to not be Sidon's daughter, pretending to be Sidon's daughter.
What?
Who wants to look the part of a demigod?
Yes.
Oh.
The priest probably will not believe me, but that is not the point. The point is to get Sidon's attention.
Worth a shot.
What is your plan exactly?
We want to speak to Sidon without hostility, if possible. If I walk in, talk to the priest, pretend to be Sidon's daughter, we might get Sidon's attention. He would know the truth. The priest will probably not believe me. I am just a nymph, after all.
Yes.
We are known to be wily. And she'll just look over at Procyon.
Whatever do you mean? Right. If you can direct us towards a place where we can get new gear, we can go to the priest right afterwards.
Yes. Um. Yes. And he points you towards a place where a quartermaster has has a room.
Awesome. Procion's also going to dress up because, I mean, he's in the royal palace. He's going to dress up.
Zana
But-
doesn't really own any other gear outfits than what she's wearing.
I mean, I think they would bring his clothes because you did ask for
Yes.
a nice dress.
Mm-hmm.
But
Really?
Sana, if you walk in there pretending to be his daughter, which you actually are, how are you intending to walk out of there? Because he might just claim you, and then you're gone.
I mean, if he did want her, he probably would have already taken her a very long time ago. She is old
No,
as
because
dirt after all.
that's what was said, right? That he didn't know about it. Well, once he knows, you'll be
Well,
in big trouble, maybe.
he would have had to have known. He created her, but
Not
Mm.
not
Quite-
knowingly.
she did stay in the earth a very long time. She was a bit of a late bloomer, I should say.
There's quite a lot of children in this world whose fathers are blissfully unaware of their existence.
I thought the
Unfortunately
Oracle
so.
explicitly said that Sidon is not aware.
Did they?
When Kalen says that, Kyra hits Piter on the shoulder.
Sorry. Player
How many
cackling.
children
Yeah.
does Splitor actually have?
Probably a lot.
Hmm.
He's taken a lot of human wives. At least that's what I read in the thing.
There's a bit of story around it, but you'll find out about it. Yes.
Player's still cackling in the background.
Right. Procyon's more preoccupied with the quartermaster, and he's probably speaking with him and going, right, we need this material and this material in order to have Zana be like super high end beautiful, and also probably for the rest of us. And then he's gonna look back at the others and he's gonna like, "Are you coming? We do need to get dressed and be the like if we're gonna do the part, you know."
I am fine in my cloak.
I dare say you are not. Come with me. I will find something perfect.
Witten's coming along.
And it's
I'll
just gotta
just
pull
leave you
the
in.
cloak a bit more over their eyes.
Yeah. Procyon's dragging you and your cloak.
Yeah, it should be said that Zana changes, not verbally, like outwardly under protest, but just like takes armor and like not enjoying it whatsoever, even though it's her idea. But
Even
yeah,
a little bit.
she's used to wearing her armor. She likes being in the woods. She doesn't like city life at all.
Yeah.
Witten's having a hoot. Witten's loving it.
Yeah. Winnie's having a day. He gets to meet the king, he gets wine, he gets nice clothes, he can bathe.
He was excited about bathing, wine, and new clothes. The king was underwhelming.
Did you say bathing in wine?
Yes.
if available.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. I'm sure they're gonna dunk us in water before they put us in nice clothes.
Oh, probably, yes. Do expect they will, yes.
Do we
Oh, yeah.
really have to get all this fancied up?
Yeah, Procyon's gonna lean over to Kalen. I don't remember if Kalen is taller than him or shorter than him. How tall is Kalen again?
Yeah, let me find that. I haven't put it down here, so I think I made Kalen a bit taller than I am, so 5'8".
Oh, okay. Well, that means that you're a little bit taller than Procyon, and so Procyon's going to lean in, and he's like, "Yes, this is absolutely necessary. We must look the part. But also, I just want to see you in silk. I want to see all of you in silk."
So you're completely dressed up as very important people.
Check, what's everyone wearing?
Charisma save. What are you doing?
That's your own choice to do on this.
Mm-hmm.
So they completely dress up everyone as whatever they want. Give weapons and armor as much as they want, for as much as they have. So do not expect anything too fancy, or at least not very fancy and effective. If you want very fancy weapons, you can get them, but do not expect them to be effective. And you're ready to go whatever you want to do. You know where this priest is.
Yeah, he would be in the main temple, right?
In the there's a I'll put you on the map and I'll show you where everything is a bit. There is, let's zoom out for stream. So there's a you're currently in the palace.
I think I just fell asleep for a second. Did I miss anything?
Okay.
No.
You're currently in the palace.
Okay.
On the other side, there are buildings which have a lot of a priest or a temple looking stuff. This building is for the five gods. This building is for Lutheria and Sidon together. And this building is the Dragon Shrine. Where
I don't know what that is.
the Dragon Shrine is you can go and find out later.
I very much intend to, because
Absolutely.
I guess so, but yes. But this building is a temple for Sidon and Etheria.
so as
And
we
that's
make
that's where the priest is.
You can yeah.
As we walk that way, is there any signs that this is a specific dragon temple?
Probably yes. It certainly looks like a temple specifically for a dragon.
Just Kalen looks at that for a second, shakes their head like, nope, focus, mission, focus. And joins the group in the Sidon temple.
So as soon as you enter, there's a left and a right. To the right, there is a part for what is it? The for Lutheria, and to the left there's a part for the Temple of Sidon.
Well, we're going to Sidon, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going in there, there's not a lot of there's not a lot to see in the temple itself. Um, there's a small statue standing at the end, on the pedestal. There's a lot of a priest people standing there. One very fancy looking, and the rest are just a priest and guards combined. Commanders. Commanders of the Order of Sidon.
I assume Zana is at the head of the pack for this, like like what's in the picture.
I guess
Since-
so, yes. So that's why I put them like that.
Yep.
Yes. I'm assuming this since we're supposed to be acting as if she is the daughter of Sidon. I mean, which she is, but she's supposed to look super important right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she puts on this air of everything is beneath me. Just no.
Right. Procyon is probably behind her, sort of like how a footman would probably do.
And while walking in, the fancy looking priest is coming to stand in front of the table, looking at you entering the temple.
Oh, good day, sir. How...
Good day. Good day. How can I help you today?
There was a rumor I heard along the road that this is the primary temple to my father.
I don't know if it's it's definitely not the most important temple of Sidon around. In this city, it might be, yes.
Oh, splendid, and I am at the right location. Now, would there be any way for you to bring him here? There are some words I would like to have with the majesty that is Sidon.
Everything you want to tell him, you can tell me. I make sure you'll get the message.
Procyon's going to squint and he's going to look over at this man as if he is extremely disgruntled, and he's going to say, "Are you a child of Sidon? Do you have a right to neglect her?"
No, I am not. I am the High Priest of Sidon.
Right.
She wishes to speak with her father, and you are declining a direct communication.
Yes, I am.
Oh, this is
This is
fair.
her
This
father's.
is fair. Well, there was also this very, and I'm pretty sure that this is completely wrong. Obviously, it cannot be that my father would pay attention to someone else's daughter over his own, right? I heard that he is taking quite a fancy to a local girl. Now that just hurt my feelings.
And why is that?
Well, obviously, since I have not been in contact with my father lately, and now I hear that he has taken interest in someone else. That's just...
He's taken an interest in Honora to be sacrificed, yes.
Oh,
But I do not expect you to be sacrificed, do you?
No, I do not. I did not know that this was for a sacrifice. Obviously, that would never happen.
What would never
Even
happen?
though my father has not been in contact for the past 100 years or so. That is besides the point.
I guess you've not been in contact a lot either.
I do.
Procyon's
I
gonna
am very busy.
whisper very quietly. He's like He's leaning over to make sure that the priest sees him lean over as if he's saying something super important. But
Yeah.
really, he's saying, do you want me to, like, cause something? Or to be, like, outraged by the fact that he's not exactly listening to you right now?
Zana just shakes her head slowly and well, it would seem that this temple is not as important as I was led to believe.
Oh no, it's not.
It even would seem that perhaps you do not have the sway with Sidon as I've heard rumors of.
I
Perhaps
don't
this
know,
I did
maybe?
advise you, my lady, that the other priests of Sidon did seem to have quite the more influence.
The other priest.
Yes, it would
Yes.
seem that way. We
I
did
don't know.
encounter a few of his men along the road.
Did you?
Why, yes.
Oh.
There
And
was this ruckus.
He looks around. He looks around the room. Uh, and a lot of the other people in there are smiling at him.
Well, we recently went to the Temple of the Oracle, and there was quite a ruckus to get inside. And it was filled with these soldiers following another priest. Quite upsetting, really.
Temple of the Oracle.
Yes.
You visited the Oracle.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
And they were very rude at first, but then, I mean, we showed our prowess, and they left.
The priests left.
Can I try an insight on this guy?
You can, yes.
I feel like we're giving him way too much information.
Yes.
Can I get in on
Zana,
that insight action
please.
as well?
Oh, yeah, Zana doesn't lie. She's just bending the truth.
Yikes. I am going
I'm
to
also
spend.
doing insight.
I am spending a psionic
18.
energy.
18 with insight.
14 insight.
17.
Witten and Procyon know for sure that this man he seems to be very important in this order, in this temple, and not just in this temple, but also there certainly are too many people in here tending the temple alone. And the people who stand here certainly are not. Most of them are not even probably known with all the different aspects of Sidon. This guy in front of you definitely is. He. So every one of you knows. He knows a lot more about Sidon than he is currently showing.
Letting on. Yeah.
Yes. Procyon is going to probably tap Zana on the shoulder and says, please, my lady, I will take control of the situation for now.
Oh, absolutely.
I cannot let you be angered and have your skin wrinkle because of such a dreadful man. Right,
Do you say that? Do you say that loud enough for him to hear?
No.
Okay. Might be the best choice, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
you get a withering glare. She's like, I'm gonna get you for that one.
Right. So is Zana gonna move back so Procyon can move forward?
Yes. But wait, there you are. Yes. So she steps us back a little bit, standing by one of the pillars.
The main point of us being here, High Priest, right? Correct? High
Yes.
Priest?
Yes.
The point of us being here is that we would like to speak with Sidon as to why this woman was picked and why the Great Lord Sidon, is spending more time focusing on this particular sacrifice as opposed to my lady? If you do know the answer, we would appreciate that so we can be on our way.
Well, Sidon told me that he wants Honora to be sacrificed.
Yes, but
He
as to
has
why?
never, ever told me anything about having a nymph daughter anywhere in the world.
If you would like to check with him, I'm sure you probably could. There are plenty of ways that a god could check the origin of a person. I would
Actually,
expect as a high priest
he
you would
has
know how
he
to
has
check the
told
origin
me
of a
about
person.
nymph, at least one nymph daughter he has, but not this one at least. I could ask him, yes,
For a price?
for a price. What?
No, that's my question.
Oh
Or
no,
does it
no,
not cost anything?
no! It doesn't cost me anything. No.
Of course. We know the validity of what Our Lady is.
Does he?
Of course. I mean, he is her father. He can probably check to make sure that she's his daughter. I'm sure there's some sort of magic to check the paternity.
Oh, certainly there is. But most of them are only handled by the gods.
Yes, I'm sure he would want to check himself, don't you think?
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
I'm sure you could ask him.
Oh, but he probably won't be here at least for a few weeks, maybe months. Give him about maybe 3 months to get here.
And you can't contact him unless he's here.
Oh no, I can contact him if you want. If I want, actually. Not
I
if
think
you
that's
want.
what
Yes.
that is what we would prefer, I think.
That I contact him.
Yes.
And what would I tell him then? What would I ask him?
Well,
more
it was-
charismatic people.
Yes, it is the exact question that I've asked earlier, which was we were wanting to know why he was spending more time on this particular sacrifice as opposed to my lady here, considering
Well,
that he is her daughter, and we did want to ask such things.
that's why I asked you, does he know that she's his daughter?
Yes, I would believe so. If he doesn't, then I'm sure that he could check pretty quickly if he does respond. But is that really for you to decide instead of him?
I don't know, maybe. Is it?
If he does not know, then
Personally, I don't think that it is, considering that you are a priest and you are his priest.
Yes, I am.
He should decide.
I will ask him if he knows he has a daughter by the name of, what is it?
Oh, you may call me Zana.
Zana.
Yes.
And he knows you by that name as well?
He would, yes.
Okay. Because if I am allowed to call you Zana, that doesn't mean that he knows you by that name as well. But I will ask him.
I appreciate this.
You can come back in, let's say, 2 hours?
You have my sincere thanks, sir, and may I add that this is a splendid temple. You seem to be running a tight ship, as it were, to use.
I'm not running anything here, but okay, yes, thank you.
And she'll look over her shoulder and turn around and walk out. Well, she's trying to glide, but you know, she has military training, not court training.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
So, is there anything you want to discuss in those 2 hours you have for your own?
Whiston will suggest that since we're all looking fancy right now, we
Wine.
can't. Let me get to it. No, that we kind of maybe ask around the palace and see if there's anyone there who knows kind of more about what's going on with Pythor, because if this guy is supposedly the god of war and he's like that, there might have been someone who remembers more than he does.
I can
Sion is
try.
going to go to the Temple of the Five.
I can try and snoop around. If you guys think that's useful.
Yeah, it would be very.
In the Temple of Sidon or in the palace?
I was thinking the palace. I was thinking maybe there could be servants who have watched something, and
Oh no, I'm not good at the talking. I'm good at the snooping.
yeah, that's why Witten will do. Witten will go in there.
Yeah. So I guess all of us are splitting up like a Scooby-Doo gang.
Okay.
But so Witten's going into the palace to talk to other people about information. Kalen's going to the Temple of Sidon to sneak around.
That
Procyon is going to the Temple of the Five. So what is Zana and Lyra gonna do?
Lyra is going to ask Witten, can I join you? Because I'm not really sure how, and maybe I don't know. I'll just learn how this works.
I was definitely going to ask if she wanted to come with Procyon, since she is a cleric. It might help in the fact that he's trying to contact Mithros.
Is anyone gonna talk to the princess?
Yeah, I was about to suggest that Zana is gonna change out of the dress as soon as she possibly can, because she does not like it at all. And then she's going to go down to find the princess.
You know where she is.
Yeah.
The dungeon.
Yeah. So she is basically back in her attire, like, okay, fine. And then, I'm gonna be. I'm guessing this is underground, right?
Yes. We're doing you first. That's okay for me, but yeah.
I mean, I gladly let. I've been talking a lot, so anyone else, just you can go ahead. But yeah, she would be heading down.
For Kalen, it's just a bunch of checks. There's not going to be a lot of talking.
You can.
We can do Kalen first, since all of us are leaving, and Kalen could stay behind.
Kalen, roll a stealth at least first.
Yes, I am going to disguise myself, obviously.
Then
so that's not
a deception first. Then.
Actually, let me just.
You have something special.
I do, and you know what?
Yes. Okay. Okay. Roll me a deception anyway.
I'm not great at that.
Just do it.
I am actually pretty good at that. Never mind. But not when I roll like that.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
No, I'll use another psionic die.
Okay.
Oh, come on. That's okay. That's a 6.
Okay. And now roll me a stealth.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Another psionic die.
You're rolling.
That's better.
You're rolling like crap today.
Yes.
So a 15 for stealth. Okay. So you walk into the temple, look around a bit. There's a lot less people now. There's only two. It's two guards in the back are still standing there. All the others are not here at the moment. What do you want to do? Do you want to search for stuff, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I want to search for anything surrounding this entire affair, and if possible, eavesdrop.
There are multiple rooms in here, and You can. You can. There's definitely one room where there's a lot of sound coming out of. Let me check your character.
Okay.
Let me check your character.
You're
Do
getting
you want my
counterpicked.
passive perception is 12? My passive investigation is 16.
Taylor
Let
Bits
me
is here.
check. Let me check. Let me check. I see. Yes. Why is John here?
It's John.
Why are you here? Has the game ended?
Yeah,
Has
get
it-
out of
Has
here.
the timer run out? Has the timer run out already? Why are you here? You shouldn't be here at the moment. Ah,
He said the clock ran out.
clock ran out. So in next week there's another game going on. Okay. I'm gonna roll a die. Let's
all the
make
die.
it a D100.
No.
A 83. So you can understand what they are saying. You hear a low, booming voice, who is currently talking about all kinds of stuff going on. Most of them don't really make any sense to you. And there's mostly numbers mentioned. They're talking about centaurs, centaur groups, and numbers like 50, 150. Counting all together, you get close to 2,000.
Okay.
So it doesn't make a lot of sense to you.
I remember anyway.
You remember anyway. Okay. So that's what you hear. And you definitely hear that priest guy also responding to it.
How does he respond?
In a friendly manner. He seems to be noting stuff down. As in, he mentions to please repeat the numbers. It's very friendly.
Okay.
How long do you want to listen in?
For as long as I think is safe. If I can peek in, I'll do that as well.
The door is closed, so there's currently no way to see anything.
Okay. No, then it's.
You can try to open the door, but then
No.
there's certainly a possibility that he will notice you as well.
I think that is very likely. There's no keyhole to look through or anything.
Yeah.
No.
So as soon as he says, "Thank you, my lord," that's a cue for you to stop listening and get out of there.
Yes.
Okay. Then you do hear him say that after some time.
Alright. Who wants to go next then?
I will. Witten will just go straight up to the front doors. Witten absolutely loving his fit. He's got his normal like long coat on, but it's sitting on his shoulders. He's got his arms free. He's got this very like deep cut cloth shirt that doesn't have any sleeves. It's showing, yeah. And then some like form-fitting kind of leggings and some sandals, and a very tidy man bun. And he's doing that noble thing of one hand behind the back as he walks and one to enunciate. and he will speak to the guard at the door and say, hello, my good man. I couldn't help but notice this is quite the fine building. If it would be amenable to our Lord Pythor, would it be okay if I were allowed to be taken on a tour of a grand building such as this?
You're at the palace, right?
Yeah.
It looks very fancy.
Very fancy.
We
Costume nature of that.
we normally don't let people just get in.
But my good man, I'm not just people. I'm Witten Terrafellow, and I will pull out, which I got from my background, a scroll of pedigree.
You
Kind
could also say that the king invited you here.
of scroll of pedigree, announcing that I am the son of the noble Elena Terrafellow.
I'm here for your wine, bitches.
I do not have a. I don't know a lot about the building, the palace.
Well,
tour.
perhaps you could assign me a servant or someone who knows the place perhaps better than you do.
I can ask around if you have a moment.
Most gracious.
And he walks in, and a few moments later, he comes out with a bit older man who looks you up and down.
Witten will do a bow. Witten Terrafellow, at your service. And you are?
Names! Oh.
John Billsbury. There you go. There's a name. John Billsbury.
Let me quickly go and pick a name from the where is it? From the DM screen. Let me go for Nicholas.
Okay.
My name is Nicholas, and I have been working for King Pythor for the last 30 years, so I know quite a lot about this palace. You wanted a tour around the palace?
Yes, that would be divine, Nicholas. Nick? Can I call you Nick?
Oh, you can if you want, yes.
Oh, how gracious. Well, shall we away?
It will not be a long tour, though. The palace itself is mostly closed for visitors. But I can show you around a few different rooms at least.
Well, show me what you can, Nick. I'm looking forward to it.
So he gives you a little tour through the palace with
sorry, go on.
Ballrooms. He goes past the chambers of Pythor, guest rooms where you can look into. They are quite fancy.
As we're going about the tour, I'm going to speak to him about. I'm going to butter him up first and be like, how was your 30 years of service to Pythor? That must be incredible. You must have witnessed a lot of changes in that time.
Yes. Pythor has been king for a very long time now. If you want, I can count out how long he has been king. But I do not know from my mind. Let me check. He's been king now for about 170 years.
Wonderful.
So there has a lot happened in that time, yes?
Yes, and I was introduced to him. He was introduced to me as King Pipeful, God of War.
Yes.
Now, Nick, dear Nick, the man we saw, he didn't have a big war vibe around him.
No, he's as of recent, the last 2 days, last 2 or 3 days, he had some bad news. He had some things going on, and he's not well at the moment.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Nick. You mentioned before that Nick said that there was some areas that he couldn't show me.
Yes.
As we're kind of going on this tour, I'm going to so subtly, like, just gently brush on his hand, and I'm gonna say, Nick, what's behind this door?
It's one of the rooms of Pythor.
One second. Lyra, weren't you going with Witten?
Because you said the cleric thing, I thought that was a good idea.
Okay.
So
I tried to tag you since I didn't want to interrupt, but you didn't
right.
answer.
No, all right.
So this is one of the rooms of Pythor himself. We're actually not allowed in there.
Oh, well, why is that? Are you not his servant, so do you not see to his chambers?
Not personally, no.
No. So I imagine it's a. Is there anyone who is allowed to clean up after him? I trust the king does not clean after himself.
Of course there is, but what? Of course there is, yes.
Well, direct me to them, and I'll again just like do that thing where you're just making small touches and on his shoulder and on his back, and I'll be like, please, Nick, you've been such a gracious host, but I need someone with the proper clearance who can show me everything this palace has to hold. I'm a big fan of architecture.
Roll me a persuasion.
Yeah. Oh, 14.
14. I'm not sure if you're allowed anyway in that room. But I can go and ask. We can go and ask if we're allowed. I'm
You
not
can
sure
ask.
what you want.
I'll wait.
No, it might be best if you just come with me.
Listen, I don't want to go to your Uigiri servants' quarters. As long as I can wait outside.
And outside the palace, then, yes.
Why not?
So he will escort you outside the palace.
As he goes back in, as he goes back in to ask when we'll leave, he'll go to the Temple of the Five Gods, priests. I can't remember what it was.
Temple of the Five.
Temple of the Five.
Temple of the Five. That's the on the other side. Yes.
Yeah, he'll just ditch him.
Okay. Let's go to the Temple of the Five then, because there's 2 people going there.
Yep.
Yes.
Procyon and Lyra. Yes, we just kind of dip from Sidon's temple and go pretty much straight into the Temple of the Five.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anybody there when they walk in?
There are some people there having a little service. And there are some people standing at the door. Some priests standing at the door, greeting you when you come in.
Prostyon's gonna turn back to Zana, not Zana, Lyra, and say, if I remember right, what was the god you served again?
Um, um, that's the thing. I know I can do stuff that clerics can do, but I have no clue how this works or where I got it. So I was kind of hoping to ask here if somebody might point me to the right god to say thank you to.
Right. Okay. Well, Prostyon's very
Huh?
confused. What? But no, he's I guess trying to find someone who looks like a priest.
That's certainly multiple people standing there. Yes. Welcoming you as well.
Right. He'll walk up to one of them then, and he's going to say, "Are you a priest here? We do have some important questions we would like
Yes,
to ask."
yes, I am. Can I help you with anything?
My friend here, they seem to have powers that are similar to a cleric, yet she's unsure of what god to thank for such things, such blessings in her life.
Oh, oh, uh,
Yes.
that's uncommon. Uh,
Yeah, I'm aware.
Most of the clerics I know who they worship most. Uh, you are worshipping one of the five gods, are you?
Not particularly. I've just been grateful for all of them right now, up
And
until now.
the and as well as the titans?
Not really.
Not really. So probably it's one of the five gods then, right?
I
Yes, we were hoping
I
that. Oh, go on.
I well, I the only thing I know is that I found something, and since I have this, and she uh puts out a sort of amulet kind of thing with a symbol on it, and this is something that I've had, and after this I have had these things, but I don't know what this is. And
What is-
There's a symbol on it, hey?
yeah,
Yes, we
What
were hoping you could tell us who exactly has granted her these powers.
do you have any description of the symbol?
I'll show you,
You
and
show
I
me.
hope you'll see it here as well.
Ooh.
I can show it here as well, I guess, somehow.
I hope you can.
I can.
Poor Frank.
Yes, I can open the original and I can open the link in a Firefox, which I use for casting.
Fancy.
And then and the stream should be able to see it as well. Yes, they can see it. Um,
I don't see anything pop up.
On the stream.
On stream as well as on Discord.
Oh,
It's placed on Discord. I actually am not familiar with this sign. I'm sorry. I don't know.
I was also, well, I that's why I was very confused because it's not of any signs of the five gods. But I
No.
thought maybe it could be something related to them or something. I just don't know.
is there some sort of way that you could check who she's blessed from?
Um, no, I don't think so. I never encountered anything like this before. I need to talk um with my superiors about this.
Oh.
Well,
Right.
If this is something that I'm not supposed to do, of course I will not use it. But I've just been able to help people, so I thought it might have been just something I didn't know about, but still good.
Yes, I will. Yes, I think um, I can talk with my superiors about it if you want.
Of
Of
course.
course.
We'll be here.
Um, they are currently in a service, so it will take about half an hour before they're done, and then I can talk to them. Um,
Right.
yes,
Maybe it's
You
not even related at all, and it's just a coincidence. But yeah, I'm just anything that'll help shine a light on anything would be just nice.
yes. But now, is there an area where we can play where we where we could pray quietly? I do wish to pray to
of course, yeah.
God Mithros.
Yes, of course, of course. And he directs you to a small room, um, where you can both go in if you want. It's big enough for about 5 people.
Right.
Where you can quietly uh, do some prayers if you want.
I guess Procyon is going to um find somewhere to kneel or do something. I'm not exactly sure what he is supposed to do. Um, since he's never really prayed to the gods before, apart from Thylia, um, I guess he's just going to do a similar thing to what he does to Thylia, and he's probably going to start singing a quiet song, asking for Mithros and for her guidance, uh, because they need your help and Python needs your help.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, yes. Okay. Okay. Um, let's continue with Zana.
Yes. So Zana has changed back to her normal outfit, feeling a lot more confident. Only grabbing her staff and the dagger that she usually wears.
Yes.
Um, she's going to make her way um, down. Well, she's gonna find someone who knows exactly where to go, and then make her way down into the dungeons to try and talk to the princess.
Mm-hmm.
And getting down there, she is feeling a lot more at home. It's like, oh, finally, some stone, some cramped quarters. This is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she makes her way over to. I'm going to assume that she can't just waltz in there. She's going to try and find a guard and see if she can gain access to.
Yes, you. As soon as you start going down the dungeon, that's
Yeah,
certainly some bars blocking your way,
yeah,
and a guard standing next to it. Um,
yeah. Excuse me, sir. Um, hi.
Hi.
Would it be? Would it be? Could I be allowed to speak with the princess for a moment?
Why is that?
Well, I've heard from His Majesty that she is in for a troubled time, and I do believe that she might feel more at ease with another woman nearby.
I normally am not allowed to let anyone in without the specific agreement of the king. Um,
I do understand this, yes. If you feel more comfortable with it, I do not have many places to hide anything, as you could probably tell. And I would not mind at all if you have someone accompany me. I just wish to see so that if the princess is faring well, this, even though I might feel a lot more at home here than on the surface, I do know that's not always the case for humans.
Yeah, just go ahead. He's been thinking for a moment, and then he just opens the gate for you.
He's gonna give a slight bow and step inside.
There's still a few steps going down until you get into the dungeon itself, where there's also someone sitting at a table. The one who has the keys of every cell. And there's it's not very busy in here, but one of the cells is occupied by a young woman. I can give you a token for her. Seeing I have a token for her. Boink.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah, she's a pretty girl, yes.
Yeah, she is. Zana is just gonna nod towards the person by the table, not making any movements or anything towards them, and then look over to the young girl. And within clear view of the person by the table, she's going to take slow steps towards the woman. Just giving an indication of, I'm not a threat, I'm not gonna do anything. And is she she sitting on something, or is she?
She has a bed in there, a wooden bed, which has a lot of out of place cushions. Where she's sitting on.
Yeah. So yeah, she's going to walk up to the bars of this cell. Did we get the name of the daughter?
It has been mentioned, but not by the king.
Yeah, and player does not remember.
The priest has called her Anora.
Yes, Anora. Yeah, now I remember Anora. Sana looks into the cell and then, in a soft voice, not quiet, but just softer, Princess Anora?
Yes?
I am here to aid you and your father. We were summoned after a fashion.
And how do you plan to aid him?
That is still a work in process. Our first order of business would be to get you out from under Sidon's thumb.
Then we already disagree.
You do?
I do what?
Disagree with your father's decision to not have you sacrificed?
I disagree on a way to make sure that Estoria is safe.
Now, why would that be?
Estoria needs to be safe.
Yes.
And I can make it happen that Estoria is safe.
This is true, yes. But for how long?
For as long as needed.
As far as I understand it, the sacrifices happened every day.
Yes, there's a sacrifice every day, yes.
So, And forgive me, Your Highness, for being this blunt, you dying would give Estoria a day.
A bit more than that, yes, but yes.
Meanwhile, everyone would grieve your death. The king would be devastated.
It's a better way than having all of Estoria being destroyed.
I do understand this. We do have something in common. Although I have seen my homeland destroyed. You have not.
No. And I will not
Uh,
let it happen to Estoria.
what
If I have to say anything about it, it's not gonna happen to Estoria.
On that point we do both agree. Now, what happened to my home happened twice in just a span of a few months. First, it was destroyed from the inside. And then secondly, they tried to break our spirit. Now, your death will do both in a span of a day.
And why is that?
The people love you. Your death will crush their spirits.
Yes.
Their life might be spared, but their souls will not.
They
Our
will
goal,
understand.
they might in time. But you are a princess. I know you understand this by agreeing to the sacrifice. But sometimes what you wish for is not as important as what the people want. And the people want you saved.
And how would that be arranged then?
We're working on
Because
that part.
the demand has been made.
The demand has been made, yes. I'm not the cleverest of my group. I don't have the book smarts, I don't have the learning or the education. But, and here she smiles, that mischievous smile again. If you don't risk anything, you don't win anything. So, have you asked your people what they want you to do? And then she's just gonna step back and turn her back to the bars and lean against them.
No, I have not. I did not get any chance to do that.
And sitting here will not give you that chance.
Then you have to convince my father to let me go.
Your father is terrified of Sidon. Not what he'll do to Estoria. Not what he might do to the land. He is terrified of what Sidon will do to you.
Yes. I know. That's why he put me here.
Also, and please forgive me for saying this, Your Highness, but your father is drinking his head off right now.
Oh, of course he is, yes.
Now, I believe you're a clever woman. You're clearly kind-hearted. You care about the people. How about you come with us, well, with me, and join my party, and we will work out a plan to shock your father's head out of that tankard.
And who might you be then?
And she looks around to make sure that the person by the table doesn't hear. And she turns back to the princess and I am someone who will reclaim the Amazon Isle from the usurper. And then she just smiles. She doesn't care if the princess has any idea what she's talking about.
No, the princess has definitely no idea what she's talking about. No.
But I just imagine that she's just given a grin, and her green eyes are just glowing slightly in the in the dim light.
Like I said, my father has the key personally of this cell, and I am not allowed to go anywhere at this moment. So even if I would say yes to your proposal, I do not have any chance to do so.
I'm sure that could be arranged, one way or another.
Good luck with that. Am I gonna
Thank
stop
you,
here
Your
for the?
Highness.
Am I gonna stop here for today?
Yeah.
Yes. So you're working on a plan to save Honora.
Yes.
That's very nice. You have 2 weeks to discuss
A month.
between 4 weeks actually. 4 weeks to
Yes.
discuss among yourself. Because we will not be playing in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I myself, I'm not available, and Lyra also is not available to be playing. So we will not be playing in 2 weeks, but we will continue in 4 weeks.
The LARP
Yeah.
event, right?
Sorry?
Yep.
A
Game
LARP,
that you're doing.
LARP event, yes. So you have 4 weeks to work out a plan. You can use the Discord for that, so I can read it as well. I very much look forward to what you're all planning.
I mean, if it was up to Zana, she would just knock out the guy by the table and bring the princess out and then just run. But it's not up to her.
That's one more
Doesn't
bar
solve
you
the
need to go
problem,
through.
though.
There's one
It
more
would solve.
set of bars you need to go through. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You got a rogue.
Yeah.
We will also have 3 angry gods on our tail if we do that.
Yes.
You might have.
At least 3 angry gods on
You
our tail.
have actually 3 angry gods on your tail if you do that. Yes.
Yes.
Um.
Because I'm pretty sure that Kyra would also be rather pissed off at us.
I don't know which 3 you mean. Probably other than I do, but yes.
I was thinking Kyra, Pythor, and Sidon.
If you call Sidon a god, yes.
Well,
Sidon,
Yeah.
Sidon, Lutheria, and
okay, 4 then.
Pythor.
No, there are multiple. If you start, I'm not sure if Sidon would be mad at you actually, but yeah. Okay. Anyway, we will continue in 4 weeks with a plan to save this princess. For now, I do wish you all a very good day. I will not go raid anywhere because I do not have a lot of time. Seeing my next session will start in 25 minutes, and I actually also still need to level. So I will say a good evening, good night, good day, whatever to you all, and see you in hopefully the next session in 4 weeks, and I will probably play some Assassin's Creed in between. Not sure when actually. For now, goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.